back and finally have an update on the 944 for you guys. I know it's been a while. It's been honestly almost about a year since the first proper update, I believe. But in the past few weeks, we've been pretty busy. This whole summer, we were busy with other things and other projects. So the 944 hasn't really gotten a lot of attention in quite a minute, but it's back on the lift to be the main project until we can get this thing running and driving. So after we finished buttoning up the engine here, we needed the alternator, our belts, some final pulleys, and the main thing was the turbo mounting bracket back there. Needed to be welded up. I didn't have gas for a little bit, so that's why that part took a while. And then mounted the turbo, which was also a little tricky because you can kind of see here the close proximity underneath the manifold for the bolts and studs to bolt the turbo up there. And after getting some gaskets for that, it was time to move on to putting the engine in the car, which also required a little bit of adjustment. As you can see here, the great big hole in the firewall was a big rectangular piece that we're not really sure what it did, but we're probably going to block this off eventually. All it was doing was getting in the way of the upper timing cover here. So now it's sitting in there like it's supposed to. You might think that this oil filler neck is going to get in the way, and it might, but this is how high it is on most of the other swaps, so we should be good. So yeah, just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on here. So the first order of business was obviously getting it mounted down here. After we got the engine in, we realized that we needed to pull the transmission back in order to get the torque tube to sit up against the bell housing. So that whole system is pulled back, and we also got sent the wrong clutch. So we are going to machine the new hub down for the clutch so that it fits up in here nicely behind the pressure plate. And this is our bell housing right there that we took off for that job because that's next on the radar. But then the motor mounts go down really easy, 2 bolts on both sides. A little tricky thing was the steering. The steering rack was a little hard to maneuver up underneath that bracket. We had to remove one screw that we can't get back in now, but it was the cover for a bolt for this little cover down here, so it should be all right. It has another bolt holding it in. And then we focused on getting the manifold and turbo stuff set up over here, as well as over here. And we were also waiting a while for an alternator. We tried to get one from the junkyard, but they weren't able to pull one, so we ended up getting a reman one from O'Reilly's. And then we started working on the fuel system because plumbing is also on top of the clutch, pretty much the next thing on our radar. So we have this is a Nuke Performance fuel rail made for this engine. They're made from us in Sweden. An Aeromotive fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator over here. And this right here, as unsuspecting as it may seem, is a flex fuel sensor. And that is gonna give us the ability to run E85 in this thing if we want. And I do not have a wiring harness to show you guys right now. It's packed up somewhere. But in the next video, we'll probably be talking more about that to get this thing all computerized. Down here we have Bosch injectors. I believe these are Bosch based from Nuke. I think that's what it is. And I couldn't tell you the CC. I believe they're 550, but I could be telling you wrong, so don't quote me on that. And that could just be a completely made up number because I don't remember that exactly. And then coming up front, the last thing I kind of wanted to talk about in this video, we have our custom Griffin radiator. This is ordered through Summit Racing, I believe. And I'm not saying I believe because we got this quite a while back and it's been sitting in a box, as well as the intercooler, which we mounted down here. So this is stuff we're a little proud of for coming up with. This bracket And then above it, it uses 2 bolts that hang down and attach to this little subframe that attaches to the top of the intercooler. So that's very stable. The radiator is as well. Up here we have the welded aluminum to attach it up here, which these welds ended up looking pretty good. And then down at the bottom, we have these struts that attach it to the body of the car, and it's very low profile. So that worked out well too. And then also a new brake booster and master cylinder. We have a few things over here, like bell housing, throwout bearing, a lot more plumbing here for our oil and water lines, fittings galore. And this box is exhaust, and that's what my dad is going to be working on while I hopefully can get something else done. And also, the interior is completely taken apart now. The dashboard's out, so we can get easy access to all that computer stuff that I'm going to figure out soon. So hopefully I'll probably be working on computer stuff when my dad's doing fabrication work. But yeah, we're going to Daytona this weekend, so stay tuned for a video about that, as well as another video about the Porsche soon. See you guys.